obviously covering it up in the most ridiculous way by saying we're all under investigation. And look, finally, I'm not willing to pay that price. I don't want Big Brother to capture everything we do. And if you're ever out of line for a second, your registration was overdue by a week. And here comes Big Brother, and he's going to give you a ticket, and he's watching you at all times.
Right.
I hate that. That's not what I call freedom.
Okay, so let me jump in, because if you don't see the issue with this, draw parallels to what the NSA is doing, right? So the NSA is indiscriminately collecting information on all of us. We don't have to be convicted of a crime. We don't even have to be, there's no probable cause, no suspicion of wrongdoing. It doesn't matter. The NSA collects it. And there's an issue there, because we're supposed to be innocent citizens that have to be proven guilty. And in this case in Los Angeles, it's the same issue, right? We haven't done anything wrong, but the government is still watching us. They're still collecting all this information on us. And honestly, I don't see this as an effort to fight crime in a more efficient way. I see this as a way of making more money for the city, right?
Yes.
Because look, we want to issue more tickets. That brings in more money, especially in places like California, where we desperately need that tax revenue. So. Just a moment. So, this is a bad idea.
You nailed it, Anna. You've never been more correct than you were there. It's not like there's a kid trying to track down the police commissioner's, ex-wife and whether she's sleeping with somebody or something. Although, by the way, do you think that abuse is going to happen with some cops? Where they track their lovers, their wives, their people, or their wives' lovers? Of course they're going to do that, right? But that's not the main reason they do it. It's for the revenue, man. It's 100% tickets. They're not solving murders, rapes, etc. They're doing it for revenue off of us. And by the way, that gets distributed in the most unfair way there is. That hits usually the poor and the middle class, and takes a bigger percentage of their income than it does for the rich, right? And so it's a regressive taxation in a way. And look, you know that old stupid cliche of like, oh, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, you got nothing to worry about. If that's true, that's like a cop following you around 24/7, just peering over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's creepy, man. That's unnerving, and it's not freedom.
And they know where you are at all times, because they also track down the location and the time. So they know exactly where you are, what you're doing, and I see that as a huge problem. And by the way, who do you think pays for those cameras, those fancy cameras on those police cruisers? We do. We pay them to spy on us. It's amazing. A new report by UCLA and the Civil Rights Project in UCLA says that New York is actually the most segregated states when it comes to their public education system. So that's kind of surprising, because a lot of people would make the assumption that it's actually in the South, but their data